After this nice stretch of mild weather we've had, looks like some moisture coming back, and welcome news for all of us. We really need it in the lower elevations. And a lot of people could pick up at least some snow out of this incoming system. One thing I want to talk about today in regards to the warm, dry weather. There'll be some decent wind developing in front of the system as it heads toward us from the west. It's anywhere from about Muddy Gap, eastern Fremont County, up toward Natrona County, southern Johnson County. Could be some wind gusts to maybe 30, 40 miles per hour here. And today, the lower portions of the atmosphere are really, really dry. So relative humidity could drop down to about 20%. Now, it's not quite enough for red flag warnings, but we'll likely have some elevated to near critical fire weather across much of this area. So outdoor burning is strongly discouraged today. Now we'll move on to the snowy part of the system. Take a look at some range of possibilities here. This is the likely least amount we'll get. You can see mountains, I think at least 3 to 6 inches, but if the system splits, this is probably the absolute least. We may pick up more than this, but a lot of places, even at the lower amount, could pick up maybe at least a coating to an inch. Now the most likely high amount we'll see out of this system, still a 10% chance of exceeding this, but likely the highest amount we'll see. East of the divide, you can see anywhere from about 3 to 6 inches across the lower elevations. Now, the flow out of this, we're going to have a northeast flow out of this, so that basically means coming from this direction. So upslope against the mountains here, you can see high amounts here across the portions of the Bighorns. Also up against Casper Mountain, the Rattlesnake Range down in here, maybe 6 inches around Casper, about 8 around Hell's Half Acre. In the Wind River Basin, you can see Shoshone maybe only about 2 or 3 inches, 4 as we head toward Riverton. Maybe 6 or 7 toward Lander, maybe up to over a foot across portions of the eastern slopes of the winds. Anywhere from about 3 to 6 possibly across portions of the Sweetwater County, 2 to 4 in southern Lincoln County, Kenmore up toward Cokeville. Western valleys, Jackson Valley, Star Valley, anywhere from about 3 to 6 inches possibly. And the highest amounts here across the Tetons, that's usually the case, maybe 12, maybe 15 inches here. Maybe locally up to 15 or 16 inches around the eastern slopes of the Wind River Range. And finally, place where people actually live, Casper Mountain, yeah, they may pick up 12, maybe 14 inches if things set up right. Now, as far as the most likely scenario we'll see, basically in the middle, start by working our way north. I'll show you some things here. 1 to 2 across Cokeville and Kenmore. Maybe a little bit more here across Sweetwater County, especially southern parts of the county when it upslopes against the higher elevations down here. Here from about 3 to 6 across the I-80 corridor, most likely. 2 to 3 around Riverton, more as you head toward Lander, maybe up to 6 or 7 there. Casper is going to depend on where you are. If you're up toward Bardon, maybe closer to 3, maybe closer to 5 or 6 as you head south of the Wyoming Boulevard toward Casper Mountain, maybe up to a foot on Casper Mountain. Across the Bighorn Basin, probably going to see the least out of this. Area towards Meeteetse may pick up 2 to 4 inches, but the further north and east you go, the downsloping of the mountains, probably not very much at all. Level Grable down toward Warland. About 1 to 2 inches across Johnson County. Could be some good wind with this, and maybe some difficult travel conditions there. 1 to 2, maybe 3 inches across the western valleys. Now, timing this out, we'll be fine going around today. Even the evening will be fine. There will be some snow moving into the western portions of the state. I'll draw that in for you on Wednesday, but worst conditions here will probably be during the day on Thursday. Now, those of us east of the Continental Divide, we'll be okay all the way through Thursday. We could have some showers coming in during the day on Thursday, but I think through about sunset, a lot of it will be rain. Even if the snow does fall, it probably won't stick on the roads. The sun's getting pretty strong this time of year. So the worst conditions here will be on Thursday night and continuing to Friday as well, though the snow will lighten up on Friday. Now, one little fly in the ointment on this. A couple of the model runs are showing a weak little low developing right in this area. When that happens, sometimes you can get some enhanced snowfall rates. One of the models is putting out a pretty good amount of precipitation down here, basically Riverton over towards south of US 2026 in this area. If that's the case, we could pick up significantly more than this. Now, it's only one model that's showing this, and a lot of the others aren't. I just want to make you aware of that possibility, just in case things change. And these amounts, especially east divide, will likely change. I'll have another briefing for you tomorrow. We hopefully have a better idea of this. Here's our resources. You want weather, just go to our website, weather.gov/RIW. You want road conditions? Again, don't call us for road conditions. Go to YDOT for that, wireroad.info on the web. You can get their app as well. It's a really good app. You want to call them on the phone, 511. If you're out of state, 1-888-WILD-ROAD. Be safe, everybody. Enjoy your day.